Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and welcome to another episode of Morning Sip where I talk about whatever the hell I want. So let's go ahead and dig in. First off, for those of you that were on my stream yesterday with the disconnection, I'm so sorry to all of you guys. We've been having ongoing internet issues at our house. I was able to actually, I kind of like once the internet issues kicked in and I literally like fully disconnected, I pretty much got up and called Comcast and just like I was really nice, but I was also like, this is ridiculous, right? Turns out the technician that I had last earlier in the month, had lied to me when they said that another person was coming out to replace the cable going to our house. They said it would be about a month and a half. I called Comcast yesterday, and wouldn't you know it, they were able to get someone out within 24 hours. They comped me for an entire month of internet service because of this situation, and hopefully it'll all be solved by the time I stream later tonight. So that's kind of what's been going on the last 24 hours. So any of you guys that might have experienced that, or saw me crash on stream, or have been seeing me crash on stream, hopefully, those issues will be resolved. I felt really bad too because I'd just been raided by Oron, and I wasn't expecting to be raided by Oron at all. Like, I was literally playing Civilization 6 and just chilling while they were doing Friday night fights, and I just felt bad because there were so many people there watching me. So that was kind of an awkward start to my night last night. It's been a couple hours since then. Giants come home, we've had dinner, we're gonna chill for the rest of the night, but a couple other things I want to touch on here that I've been thinking about. We've basically kind of gotten through the hump of all of the new games that we're releasing. We've gotten through Triangle Strategy. I'm still playing through Elden Ring. I've been streaming that. I've started to be able to have time to play other games like Civ 6 I streamed yesterday. So we're kind of over the hump right now in terms of, being overwhelmed with video games. There's a couple of things I want to still do with those games. I definitely want to revisit Triangle Strategy. I would love to make content for Triangle Strategy. I think now that everybody has kind of had an opportunity to play through it, would be an ideal time for me to kind of release some videos around it, focused on like characters and different types of, tips and strategies for using those characters. I would love to finish up Elden Ring, which I'm actively working on and off stream. Of course, all the while still finishing up WoTV. So I think that'll probably occupy me for a couple of weeks. Definitely, specifically Elden Ring is definitely going to hold me down, but we're working on getting through to the quote unquote golden ending on Triangle Strategy. I would like to unlock all of the different characters before I do the golden ending. So we may do like a final stream of the golden ending with all characters unlocked, where I do like the last 3 or 4 chapters, and it'll be like the official conclusion to my Triangle Strategy streaming, and then I'll transition to making, things like character tier lists, because, to get all the characters, you actually have to play through the game like 4 or 5 times. I think it's 4 times optimally. So like, you don't even have all the characters, even if you do get the golden ending. So I've been trying to save that for, once we're through everything. Hopefully I'll have some more time coming up here in the near future. I feel like nowadays time is my constant restraint. I pretty much wake up, play video games, make videos, stream, and literally, I get done and my whole day's over. So I'm hoping, as we finish these games, we do have Advanced War coming out, which should be pretty exciting. I'm planning on covering that. I would like to make some Dark Deity content. I understand a lot of people maybe are not, the most popular or most engaging with Dark Deity, but I love that game, and I feel like, even if I just did a playthrough of the game, I feel like it would be well deserved for that game because it's a really good game. And I would also like to try episodic content for you guys. So I would like to try doing like, a different mission on Dark Deity every day, potentially for like 2 weeks as I push my way through it. And then just have like an entire playlist of my playthrough through Dark Deity I would love to do. Potentially Triangle Strategy, but Triangle Strategy is a little bit harder to do that on, just because of the way Triangle Strategy is set up. There's so much dialogue, so many different options, and there's significant spoilers, I feel like, in Triangle Strategy, so that's a little bit more difficult. I have been flirting with the idea again of doing a 1-year Final Fantasy playthrough, where we set a date and we play every single Final Fantasy, and you know, we have to do that within a year. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not sure if that would be beneficial for me, for my stream or for my channel. You know, we do have other games like Octopath Traveler that's going to be coming out, which I don't even know if people are going to really jump into that game because it's not very, you know, it's very story driven. It's not very PvP driven. So I don't know how engaging people are going to be with that game. The Mana game coming out, I don't know anything about. I've seen like pieces of gameplay, but I'm also worried that that game isn't going to like grab people kind of in the way that War of the Visions or Brave Exvius does. So I'm kind of in this, you know, awkward place right now, which I'm loving and I'm having fun, where I don't know what type of content to make all the time. I want to be consistent. I want to finish Elden Ring on stream. I want to make sure I finish Elden Ring just like I finished Triangle Strategy, right? And we're kind of looping back and finishing those. Stranger of Paradise was a fun game, but again, it's not a game you can make a lot of content for. So, you know, as we are, you know, constantly evolving and growing and thinking about the channel, and we're trying out all of these different games and having fun. Thanks everybody who's hanging out and watching me. I'm still trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, what type of content you guys like in particular, and what type of content will bring people to my channel, right? What's the, you know, for War of the Visions, when my channel first took off, it was specifically, you know, tips that people came to my channel for. It was specifically, you know, my first video was an elemental chaining video, right? How do you elemental chain? Well, you could use Balo, Mont, and you can stone throw chain with them, right? Like, that was my very first video. And, you know, I think of like all of these other games that are coming out, right? Like Elden Ring, for example, or, you know, even Triangle Strategy, which I want to make content for. And I think about, you know, what YouTube content would be good for them. We've done like funny videos with Elden Ring, and I feel like people enjoyed them, but it's not content that people will seek out. So I'm really struggling in trying to identify, you know, as we're playing other games, as we're exploring, as we are, you know, learning and broadening as a channel and as a content creator, what type of content works? What type of content do people seek out all the time? What do they want to see? What do they want to hear? You know, even content like this, a lot of the times, like, people will, you know, watch this video because they want to hear me talk. They want to hear what's going on. They want to hear, you know, what's going to happen with the channel, what the plans are, right? And there's a lot of people who just watch me for me. And that's great, but it's also kind of a problem sometimes when you have games like Elden Ring that come out, because it's difficult for me to play Elden Ring, but also be myself at the same time. I've been kind of flirting with the idea of maybe doing gaming news coverage in general. I think that would be really interesting and fun to pair with my War of the Visions news. I think that would be, you know, it would be a good thing, and it would suit my channel really well. For those of you that don't know, my role model has always been Total Biscuit. Again, not the most popular person. No surprise that he's my role model, but you know, a little controversy surrounding him, definitely some controversy surrounding me, but I really felt like he had that element of journalistic integrity, and I believe that, you know, being able to apply that to like games news journalism, or potentially even gaming news in general, is something pretty healthy, because I think a lot of the times when we get our gaming news, a lot of the times it's hyped up, it is slanted, and I think that's something I've been working on in my channel, is not slanting the information. I think a lot of people, when they saw the most recent video that I did about people quitting the game because of the trust rune system, right? Like, I do enjoy the trust rune system pretty well. I think it's just, there's huge problems with it. But I think people see me making a comment that people are quitting. And, you know, I see comments in the section like, nobody's quitting, it's hyperbole. But it's really not hyperbole. It's literally like people are quitting the game because of the trust rune system. So it's so interesting to me, like just thinking about stuff like that and think about how people perceive news and perceive information. I would like to maybe potentially be more involved in that, as well as continue streaming these other games that I've been enjoying so much. So I'm curious what you guys think down below in the comments section. Hopefully I'll see you on stream tonight. I don't know if we're going to play Elden Ring or War of the Visions or what's going to happen, but you know, it'll be what it is. And I'm excited to see you guys. So I'll catch you guys later, and have a great rest of your morning, guys.